This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Rachel Fife.
Well, welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Now, if you are a craft beer lover and looking for a brewery with over 40 taps of local Southern California award-winning craft beers and a state-of-the-art pizza wood-fire oven, well, this place is closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbors, Dan and Jesse Sundstrom of 10 Mile Brewing Company. Dan and Jesse, how is it going?
Great. Happy to be here today.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're excited to have you both here. So tell us about your brewing company and business.
Yeah, so we started back in 2016 is when the company was officially incorporated. We opened our doors in 2017 up in Signal Hill, which is up in the Long Beach area. And about a year and a half or so ago, we opened up the Ladera Ranch location, which is where the 40 taps and wood-fired pizza oven is. And it's been awesome. We've absolutely loved being down there, and it's been a really wonderful time to get to know the community and get to meet everyone down there.
Wonderful. Well, tell us, how did you guys get into this business?
Well, I started out as a home brewer, which a lot of brewers start that way. And very quickly, Jesse came alongside, and we started brewing in our backyard. And we started entering competitions and doing very well. And up through our local, up into our national competitions. And finally, we decided it was time to make the leap and open the Signal Hill location. And like Jesse said, that was coming up on almost 10 years ago. And so that's kind of how the whole thing started.
Wonderful. Now, what do you think are maybe some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
Those,
yeah.
Sometimes those are biggest niche.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is, everybody thinks if a place is a beer place, it's a 21 and older place. And we are really a family place. And that's what we like to focus on. If people are there to overdrink or get hammered or whatever, we send them down the street to another bar or something. But we really enjoy families, and we like the model of kind of like the old English pub, where our places where people gather, they discuss the local news, friendships are created. It's just a friendly family environment.
Wonderful. Well, now we know marketing is the heart of every business. So how are you guys attracting your customers and clientele?
So one of the big things that we like to do is, utilize social media, obviously, being one of the most powerful tools to get the word out and, get engagement with your business. But what we have started to do more regularly throughout the years is hosting events at our locations. Obviously, we have big anniversary events, doing a big Oktoberfest themed. But we also have, Long Beach, for instance, has one of the biggest Cambodian populations outside of Cambodia. And they have kind of chosen us as one of their premier places to celebrate for Cambodian New Year, Cambodian food festivals. We've actually, for a few years now, had a Cambodian food truck that sets up every Friday up at the Long Beach location, or Signal Hill rather. And those have been amazing. Actually, coming up in like a week or so, we have a Cajun food festival. We're doing our first Valentine's wine pairing dinner down in Ladera on Valentine's, which is, that one's really exciting because when we'll get more to the other stuff later. But so having these events where people can come and hear about us and that's been one of the most powerful things that we have found for us.
Wonderful. Now, have you guys ever thought of doing your own podcast?
Thought about?
We
Sure.
did. I did. Actually, we did. We started filming some about stuff that happens in the brewery that people are interested in. You know, they don't know what happens back there. They just see the tanks and everything, but we never went much farther than making the first few videos. It's so busy doing so many other things. It's like we need somebody else to come in and do that for us. But now we'll probably get a bunch of emails. Hey, I can do that.
Well, now, outside of work, what do you guys like to do for fun?
Well, right now I'm in the process of, we bought some property up in Central California. We're building kind of a little getaway house up there, and it's a timber frame house, which is kind of unique construction. And it's kind of like big Lincoln logs that you just put together. It comes all as a kit. And so that's kind of my fun thing to do right now, is kind of develop my outpost. And I have so many other hobbies besides that.
What about you, Jesse?
Well, much to the behest of my wife for destroying our kitchen every night, I really love to tinker around in the kitchen, make up new dishes, learn, from some of the great chefs of our pastime. One of the latest that I've been really into is Rick Bayless, who is one of the greatest Mexican food chefs ever. And I've also been in kind of a weird mode of trying to figure out how everyday large manufactured items are made. So, for instance, I took a crack at making my own soap. And things like that. That's just, the chemical reactions and, how is this even made? And, we use it every day, but, there's a lot of fun things to learn from doing stuff like that.
I love that. I love that. So now tell me, Dan and Jesse, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about 10 Mile Brewing Company.
So we will not, one thing, we will not compromise on quality. If I have to buy something that costs a few dollars more for it to be better, I will do it. I will not and refuse to skimp on the quality of not only our beers that we make in-house or our food in-house, but any other beer that we bring from outside in the form of, guest taps. Each one is selected, each one is chosen. And I want to make it so that no matter what you choose, it will be the best that there is.
Wonderful. Now, how can our listeners learn more about the 10 Mile Brewing Company?
Well, besides our website, a lot of people don't know that we have a feature-length documentary that was filmed on us that you can go online. You can find a lot of clips on YouTube. It was for purchase on Apple TV for a long time, Amazon Prime. Now I think the only way you can see the whole thing is on Vimeo. But if you go on YouTube, you can see a lot of clips from when Jesse and I were homebrewing, all the way through the build out of the brewery to the opening of our second location, which we've now closed and opened the Ladera location. But that's kind of one thing people aren't aware of. We have it showing in the brewery sometimes, and they'll, oh, hey, that's you up there on the screen. And it's like, yeah, that's us. But it's just kind of a fun side note. But that really tells a lot of our story and our background and where we came from.
All right. Well, Dan and Jesse, I really appreciate you both being on the show, and we wish you and your business really all the best moving forward.
Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you for having us, Rachel.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnporangecounty.com. That's gnporangecounty.com or call 714-941-8862.